Epilogue. From inside the cabin of our boat, I hear Aida. Either my ears are deceiving me, or we've come home to Elena. I stick my head out and see the library just as we left it. When I turn to the high priest to tell him, his wrinkled face is smooth. He looks as young as when we left Elena to return to Egypt. Why is he staring at me?
Rabba Haman, he says, your fur is silver.
I leave the boat and look in the mirror on the library wall. I'm young again. Look at yourself in the mirror, I tell the high priest. He leaves the boat and stands beside me, studying his reflection.
I am young, he cries. Young!
Younger, I correct him. I hear hurried footsteps I'd recognize anywhere. Just as on our first arrival, the shadowy figure of Elena walks into the library, puts a hand behind her, and switches the light on. She's even more beautiful than I remember. The high priest rushes into her arms, and they kiss. Freeing herself from the high priest, Elena comes over to me, picks me up, and kisses me right on my star. I was afraid I would never see either of you again, she says, her eyes full of tears. It's been 5 months since you left.
It has been 8 years for us, the high priest says.
But you both look the same. For once, the high priest is speechless. Like me, he has no idea why we've been made younger. Experience has taught me I won't get an answer till the time is right. Come and sit, Elena says. Tell me all that's happened since you left, and why it is that you, Gato Haman, are dressed like a pharaoh. We take our usual places. The high priest sits on the small sofa next to Elena, and I sit on her lap. But I don't find her lap as comfortable as I remember. There seems to be less room. The high priest waits for me to settle down, then starts to tell Elena our story. Hours later, he's reached the point where he was wounded in the battle, and I take over for him. That's a fantastic story, Elena says when I finish. I'm glad both of you survived and have returned to me. I've some news for you as well, she adds, looking at the high priest. I'm carrying your child. I think I know when the deed took place. On the morning he cooked breakfast, he looked unusually happy. Elena and the high priest embrace, crying and laughing at the same time. I'm going to be an uncle. Since our arrival, I've smelled a familiar odor. While we're talking, I ignored what my nose was trying to tell me, but now I realize I've been smelling the fragrance of the blue lotus. It seems to come from Elena, and I put my nose to her swollen belly. For the love of Bastet, is it possible? What a fool I've been, my king. It's not in death we'll meet again, but in life. I rest my head against Elena's belly, and as it did thousands of years ago, the beat of my pharaoh's heart lulls me to sleep.